amazing, difficult, good, bad, calm, quiet, boring. Are you tired of using the same old words in English? Well, get ready to level up your vocabulary. In this video, we are going to learn some exciting alternatives to common English adjectives. Hello, my name is Layla and welcome to English Conversation Mastery. Let's start with the first adjective, easy. Our first synonym is simple. Imagine you're assembling furniture. You could say, the instructions for assembling the furniture was simple, even for beginners. Moving on to straightforward. Think about a teacher explaining a complex concept. You could say the professor's explanations made the concept of relativity straightforward for the students to grasp. Now let's talk about manageable. Consider breaking down a big project into smaller tasks. You might say breaking down the project into smaller tasks made it more manageable for the team to complete on time. Next on our list is uncomplicated. Imagine cooking dinner using a pre-made meal kit. You could say cooking dinner using a pre-made meal kit made the whole process uncomplicated and stress-free. Lastly, we have painless. Think about updating software with an automated process. You might say updating the software was a painless task, thanks to the automated installation process. Let's go to the next adjective, fast. Our first synonym is speedy. You could say the race car was so speedy that it left its competitors in the dust. Next up, we have rapid. Imagine the flow of a river during a storm. You might say the river's rapid currents made it dangerous for swimmers. And lastly, we have quick. Think about someone completing a task in record time. You could say she made a quick decision that saved us a lot of time and effort. The next common adjective is difficult. Difficult. Is it bad to use difficult over and over again? No. But if you want to level up your English vocabulary and add a bit of variety, so when you speak it doesn't sound monotonous, you need to learn some alternatives. All right, let's see what alternatives we have for the word difficult. Our first synonym is challenging. Imagine a puzzle that tests your skills. You could say, the crossword puzzle was challenging, but I enjoyed the mental workout. Next up, we have arduous. Picture a long and difficult journey. You might say the climb up the mountain was arduous, but the view from the top was worth it. And lastly, we have laborious. Think about a task that requires a lot of effort and time. You could say the process of writing a novel can be laborious, but the end result is incredibly rewarding. Now, let's move on to the next adjective, amazing. Well, it is not bad to say amazing. In fact, it is very common, and it sounds very natural. What an amazing day! It was an amazing party. That's an amazing choice. But to level up your vocabulary, it is good to learn some synonyms. Now, instead of amazing, what else can you say? Our first synonym is astonishing. Picture something that completely surprises you. You could say, the magician's tricks were astonishing, leaving the audience speechless. Next up, we have phenomenal. Imagine an experience that is truly exceptional. You might say, the concert was phenomenal, with the crowd singing along to every song. And lastly, we have splendid. Think about something that is magnificent and impressive. You could say the sunset over the ocean was splendid, painting the sky in vibrant hues. Enough with amazing. Let's go to the next adjective. Boring, boring. Now, instead of boring, what else can I say? Our first synonym is tedious. Imagine a task that seems to drag on forever. You could say the data entry job was tedious, requiring hours of repetitive typing. Next up, we have monotonous. Imagine a routine that never seems to change. You might say the daily commute became monotonous, with the same scenery passing by every day. And lastly, we have drab. Think about something that lacks color or excitement, especially in appearance. You could say, the office decor was drab, with plain white walls and dull lighting. Next adjective we are going to talk about is good. Now, this adjective is overused all the time. Good, good, good. Good weather, good person, good shoes, good day, good teacher, goodbye. And it's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to say good to express a positive feeling. But let's learn some new alternatives. How about that? Our first synonym is terrific. Imagine something that fills you with excitement and satisfaction. You could say, the movie we watched last night was terrific, with gripping action scenes and an engaging plot. Next up, we have excellent. Imagine something that surpasses expectations and impresses you. You might say she received an excellent grade on her presentation, showcasing thorough research and clear delivery. And lastly, we have superb. Think about something that is of the highest quality and exceeds all standards. You could say the restaurant served a superb meal, with each dish bursting with flavor and creativity. Number 7 we are going to talk about is calm. Calm. Listen up. There is a silent letter in this word, calm. Which one is it? L. Yes, it is the letter L. So now, instead of calm, what can you say? Our first synonym is serene. Imagine a peaceful scene that soothes your soul. You could say, the lake at dawn was serene, with the water reflecting the colors of the sunrise. Next up, we have placid. Imagine a body of water so still it mirrors the sky. You might say, the pond in the garden was placid, disturbed only by the occasional ripple from a passing breeze. And lastly, we have composed. Think about someone who remains calm and collected in any situation. You could say, she was remarkably composed during the funeral. Funny is going to be our next adjective on this list. So now, instead of funny, what can I say? Our first synonym is hilarious. Imagine something that makes you laugh uncontrollably. You could say the comedian's jokes were hilarious, leaving the audience in stitches. Next up, we have amusing. Imagine something that brings a smile to your face. You might say the cartoon was amusing, with its clever humor and witty dialogue. And lastly, we have comical. Think about a situation that is full of absurdity and laughter. You could say, he looks so comical in that hat. Let's continue the lesson with the next adjective, quiet. What else I can use instead of quiet? I can use one very interesting adjective, tranquil. Let's see, how can we use it? Our synonym for quiet is tranquil. Imagine a peaceful oasis far from the bustle of the world. You could say the garden was tranquil with only the sound of birds chirping and leaves rustling in the breeze. And the last adjective of today. I hope you have enjoyed this video so far. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And now for the 10th adjective, beautiful, like you. Beautiful. Instead of beautiful, what else can you say? Our first synonym is gorgeous. Imagine something breathtaking and captivating. You could say the sunset over the ocean was gorgeous, painting the sky in vibrant hues. Next up, we have stunning. Imagine something that leaves you speechless with its beauty. You might say, she wore a stunning gown that turned heads wherever she went. And lastly, we have exquisite. Think about something that is intricately beautiful and finely crafted. You could say, the artwork displayed in the gallery was exquisite, each piece a masterpiece of detail and emotion. Now look at this paragraph and let's read it together. The view from the top of the mountain was amazing. However, the hike to reach that point was anything but boring. The terrain was incredibly difficult to navigate, with steep inclines and rocky paths. Despite the challenges, the experience was unexpectedly good. As you can see, in this small paragraph, we have 4 of the adjectives we talked about: amazing, boring, difficult, and good. Do you want to level up this paragraph a little bit? Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. As you can see, the only thing I changed were the 4 adjectives, and I used some synonyms in order to level it up a little bit. Let's read it together. The view from the top of the mountain was astonishing. However, the hike to reach that point was anything but tedious. The terrain was incredibly challenging to navigate, with steep inclines and rocky paths. Despite the challenges, the experience was unexpectedly terrific. Now, did you notice that this paragraph has more feelings to it? It doesn't sound boring. There is an energy inside this paragraph. And when you read it, you feel it. That is my whole point. You see, having a rich vocabulary not only enhances your ability to communicate effectively, but also adds flair and depth to your speech or writing. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep learning and expanding your horizons. Bye for now.